Hello, hello! Welcome back to another vlog question answering video. So I get so many questions asked on my Instagram a lot, Facebook videos, etc. I just thought I would do a quick video. Actually, okay, first let me just address some of the questions that are asked the most frequently. And the number one question that is always asked is, will you do a tutorial or make videos for teaching people how to paint what I paint? And the answer is not going to be one that you're happy with. The answer is no. I do not have any plans at the moment to make tutorials because I have worked really hard to get to where I am right now. I've put many years and effort and struggles into getting to what I do right now, and it's not really fair to myself to just teach everyone else how to do it. It's also not really fair to my client base who come to me asking for unique paintings, and if I teach everyone else how to do it, they're not going to be unique anymore. These paintings are also something that are very personal to me. They're kind of like my babies, and I'm very passionate about it, so no, I don't really want to teach everyone else how to do it. That just does not seem fair to me. So the answer is no. Maybe someday in the future I will, but right now it's a no-go. The second most asked question I think is what kind of colors or paints I use, I guess. Well, most of you know, especially those who've been following me for a while now, the majority of my paintings are spray paint. There are some paintings where they're only spray paint and then I hand paint in acrylic the silhouettes that are at the bottom. And then some of the ones where you see are more detailed, they're spray paint but also oil paint. And a lot of people ask what brands I like to use. For spray paint, as far as brands go, Montana Gold will always be my #1 favorite brand, but I cannot always afford those. So when I can afford them, I like to get Montana Gold. Otherwise, I actually just get the Rust-Oleum brand at Home Depot or Walmart, and those usually do fine. It does get really irritating because the nozzles clog a lot on those, whereas they don't clog on Montana cans. But you just gotta make do with what you can make do. So for oil paints, I really like the Grumbacher brand. Grumbacher is probably my favorite oil paint brand. One question that was asked is, what made me want to be artistic? A couple of people actually asked this in a similar way, like what made me want to be an artist or what makes me want to do these paintings. Well, I've always been an artist, so it's just kind of been natural for me to always be creating. Ever since I was a little kid in high school, I took all those AP art classes, and then I studied it when I went to college. I started out drawing, just like any normal kid with crayons and stuff, and then moved to pencils and graphite and all that. And then in high school, I was introduced to acrylic painting, and I really liked that. And then someone introduced me to oil painting, and I really liked oil painting. And then in college, I started spray painting. So I kind of just have put them all together. A lot of fine artists will tell you it's against the rules to mix those mediums, but if you do it right, I think what's most important is that the painting is of high quality, and that's all that really matters to me, so I don't really care about the rules otherwise. Someone asked what brands of brushes, canvas, wash paper, mediums I use. Also, any advice for beginning artists? Well, I never use paper. Never ever use paper for me. I know when you first start looking at spray paint videos, they're almost always on poster board. I never use poster board or paper. All my paintings are always on canvas just because I like that. To me, it seems like it's a little bit better quality than paper. Everything is on canvas, and I actually get my canvases at a local art store here, so they're their own brand, I guess. For brushes, brushes aren't a big deal to me. I just buy whatever I can afford at that moment. Oh, advice for beginning artists. The biggest advice I can offer, I think, is to not ever give up and to just keep going. I think some of you saw the flashback painting I posted. back in, I don't know what year it was, like 2012 or something, where I did my very first ever space painting, and it sucked so bad. It made me so upset that I did such a horrible looking painting. I never wanted to paint space again. And then I just, you know, I went back to college and I finished studying portrait painting, and eventually just kind of started feeling like I needed to try painting space again. And I did, but I tried it in a different medium. Sometimes if you do a painting or a drawing and you're not happy with it, that is totally normal. A lot of people get frustrated. I still get frustrated with my own paintings. So the most important thing you can do, I think, is just keep going and understand that failure, it is a part of the job. What really matters is that you don't let failure stop you, that you just keep going with it. Sometimes I still get mad about it, but you have to keep going. And also, experimenting would probably be my second biggest tip, because spray paint was a medium I had never used before, and I just wanted to give it a shot, and now I really like it. Also, I really believe in studying your subject. You need to sit down and you actually need to look at your subject and figure out why your subject looks a certain way. Once you figure out why something looks that way, you're going to know the reasoning behind every brush stroke you make or every shadow you put down, and it's just going to make a lot more sense to you, and it's going to be more of a solid piece, I think. Someone wants to know if I have any favorite artists and something that inspires me. One of my favorite artists is pt2. I can never know if I'm saying his name right, but he's a fine artist who does oil paintings, totally not space paintings, but more of a classical style, I think. He's probably one of my favorites. I also love Alphonse Mucha. Can never go wrong with a Mucha piece. He's pretty up there. And what inspires me, have you ever looked at pictures of the Hubble? How can you look at those pictures and feel anything less than inspired? It makes me feel great, and I want to be able to put that onto a canvas, and if I can make that same image with my own hands, it makes me feel accomplished, I guess. So just looking at the sky and the grandness of everything that's around us and feeling how small we really are in this universe, I think is something that also really inspires me. I also just love knowing that the paintings I do make other people happy. That it's probably a big part of why I do what I do. Did I teach myself? Yes and no. So I studied oil portrait painting in college, so I learned a lot of my techniques in college, and I learned a lot of my discipline and endurance, I guess, in college, but I didn't start actually painting my current subject of space until around my last semester of college. So I had to teach myself a lot of how to paint space, but a lot of the techniques I use are ones that I learned in college. So it's kind of half and half, I guess. Yeah, I've taught myself certain things, and then I learned some of it in college too. How long have I been painting? I think I started painting hardcore when I was 15 or 16. So, say like 6 or 7 years now, I guess. What made you decide to start drawing? Why did you decide to paint galaxy/space? Love your art. I wish I could be that talented. Well, first of all, everyone who's saying that they wish they could be this talented, not to sound arrogant, I'm just repeating the question. You can be, you just have to keep going, and you can't rely on others to get you there. You have to do it yourself, and if you want it enough, and if you work hard enough, you'll get it. So don't quit. People have also been asking if I'm going to do another giveaway. Yes, I try to do giveaways every, I guess, like significant milestone. So my next giveaway I'm planning on doing when I reach 15,000 followers, which I'm almost there. I will keep doing giveaways, but they won't happen all the time. So the next one will be at 15,000. Do I listen to music when I paint? If so, what kind of music? Also, what other hobbies do you have other than painting? Yes, I do listen to music when I paint. It depends on the mood I'm in. I know I love listening to the Hans Zimmer station on Pandora because it's amazing and inspirational, and Hans Zimmer is the most amazing composer ever. If you haven't heard his music, go look him up right now. So I'll listen to him, and sometimes if I've had like a really long or depressing day, I will listen to the Today's Hit Station on Pandora. I'll actually shuffle it and put it between that, the Today's Hit Station, and then Hans Zimmer, and then sometimes I like to throw in spa meditation music in there too. Also, what other hobbies do I have besides painting? Well, secret fun fact, I guess. I got my black belt mixed martial arts, like training for shooting weapons, and I love archery. I have my own bow and arrow, and I really like going shooting with my family. I love guns. I'm that kind of person. I'm a super crafty person, and I love decorating. I love anything decorating wise, like those crafts you see on Pinterest. I do those all the time, or do flower arranging, and I've done some cake decorating. Not really. I don't really do that anymore. So those are some of the other things about me besides art. What is your favorite pizza? So I have celiac disease, so I have to eat everything gluten-free. Yeah, it's super fun. So my favorite kind of pizzas are limited now, but my favorite pizza is Hawaiian pizza. No, that's not just because I'm Hawaiian. How old am I? I'm 23, right? Am I 23? 23, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then someone asked, am I planning on selling any of my paintings? Yes, all of my paintings are for sale. All the paintings that I post are either original paintings that I have up for sale, or they were made as a custom commission order for a client. If you see a painting on my feed that you really like, check my Etsy link, which the link for is in my bio on Instagram, or I'll usually post links to it on my Facebook too if you're following me there. Someone asked if I have any pets right now. Yes, I have 2 cats. Sure you'll see pictures of them at some point because they're always in the office with me. So I think that was all the questions that I think I at least have time for. Otherwise, I will see you later.